evening, and welcome to Los Angeles, where a sellout crowd is ready for some SmackDown action. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside.
Yeah, baby, LA, it's always full of the stars, but tonight, they're gonna get to see some WWE superstars.
And not just any superstars, but the SmackDown superstars, the greatest superstars in sports entertainment. Tinseltown will never be the same. What a counter that was!
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're gonna be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight.
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner, right?
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler, and it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. He was one step ahead on that one. He anticipated that move perfectly. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the dead man's been here for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom. Johnny Nitro struts around here like he's God's gift to sports entertainment, and I don't mind telling you that makes me sick.
Of course, it makes you sick, Cole. Every time you see Nitro, it reminds you of what you're not. Strong, talented, good-looking guy, funny, with a hot chick. You are a tool.
Not to mention obnoxious, arrogant, and completely ethically bankrupt.
Bankrupt? What are you talking about, dummy? What are you talking about? Between his WWE career and his Hollywood connections, I'm sure Nitro takes home a...
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone power drive.
And there's the pin.
1, 2, 3.
What's Johnny Nitro doing with that chair?
I think it's pretty obvious there, lady.
You know, I've got to admit that you really showed me something out here today. And maybe you do deserve to be the #1 contender. But dude, we've seriously got to work on that image. And that's where I come in.
Oh, please.
Look, you're a pretty tough guy, but you've got all the personality of a block of wood. I mean, seriously. You're all steak, no sizzle. Stick with me. I'll teach you how to break necks in the ring and give the women whiplash on Hollywood Boulevard. I'll make you a star because you're good for business. And what's good for business is good for all of us.
Did you just hear that? Johnny Nitro says he's gonna help mold him into a true world heavyweight champion.
You don't seriously think that Nitro's onto something here, do you? Aren't you supposed to be Mr. It's what you do in the ring that matters?
Hey, champ. I hear you're locking up with Benoit in a non-title match tonight. Try not to let him land too many face shots, because I know this guy who's gonna do a photo shoot for us tomorrow as a favor, alright? Oh, and just in case Benoit is more trouble than you can handle, I want you to know that I got your back, pal. Alright, see you out there.
Welcome to a sold-out SmackDown from San Antonio, Texas. Do we have an exciting show for you tonight?
Oh, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for the action to start. Just listen to these fans. I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
There's the reversal, Cole. You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also...
Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious injuries.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job. I don't think there's ever been a... What an impact! That's going to do some damage.
You're not kidding, Cole. That's gotta hurt like hell. Oh, God. The ref's on Dream Street, Cole. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. Oh, no. The referee is down. What's going to happen now?
Anything and everything, Cole. No referees, no rules. Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a podcast partner,
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely...
There they go, right over the barricade.
Now this is my kind of fight.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
I don't think that chair is going to be good for much after this match.
Well, it's good for what he used it for, and that's all that really matters.
He was one step ahead on that one.
What a chair shot. Right for the old ECW days.
If that's... He's had enough. This could be it.
This is it. The last ride. Oh, God. You can just feel the impact from here.
I don't know how much longer this can go, Taz. These superstars are starting to look like they're running on fumes.
I think Benoit might have lost a step or two when he took that little vacation from SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the competition on Raw isn't exactly impressive, and I think Benoit might have gotten a little rusty.
What are you talking about? If anything, Benoit's become more impressive since he went to Raw. It's great to see him in action again tonight.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. You decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Will excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to disturb you.
Let me tell you, Cole, there's nothing worse than getting put through a table. The thing you got to remember about The Undertaker is that 50% of his style, his offense, is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool and keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead man, Taz. Surely you can't forget about them.
Well, you see, that's the other 50%, Cole. Damn! He just broke his opponent in half with the table.
He might break the table in half on his opponent. He's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better than being put through a table, but not by much. Chris Benoit's a great technical wrestler, no doubt about it, I'm telling you. But after taking all the abuse he's taken in his career, I don't know if he's got what it takes to win here tonight.
The smart money never bets against Chris Benoit, Taz. He's got a well-earned reputation for coming out ahead in just about any encounter. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in the WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. What an incredible impact! The table practically exploded!
He dodged that bullet.
You're not going to last long if they keep getting hit by that.
You got that right. I don't care how tough you are.
Oh, man. What an impact.
Yeah, you can hear that one up in the cheap seats, Cole. Well, the name of the game is to beat your opponent down till they can't do a thing about it. And that's exactly what's happening here. You just don't see action. What a shot! That sent them both over the wall.
These superstars don't seem to care where they fight. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. Man, even if... Holy cow, Cole, look at that. Talk about a crimson mask.
It's unfortunate, but you always run that risk in a match like this.
Unfortunate? What the hell are you talking about? This is great!
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you've got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match.
Oh my, he's taking his opponent for a very uncomfortable ride here.
Yeah, he's like one of those two cowboys were in that movie that you like so much. What the heck was that called? I can't remember. Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be?
You gotta be careful when you're going up there.
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone power driver. There's the cover.
What's Johnny Nitro doing out here? This isn't his match.
He's watching his buddy's back, Cole, just like he said he would.
My God, the speed of Chris Benoit.
There it is, Cole. Benoit's got a crossface locked in. He's tapping, he's tapping.
Benoit's not letting up, and Johnny Nitro can't get in the ring to stop it.
Hey, come on now. Cut Nitro some slack, Cole. He just tried to help his buddy, and it backfired in a big way.
Good evening to our fans from Vancouver, British Columbia. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight. Hey, partner?
Hey, Cole, it's pretty funny. You said, hey. You know, like the Canadians, they always go, hey. You know, hey.
What can I say, Taz? The enthusiasm of these Vancouver fans is contagious. I can't remember the last time I saw a crowd this pumped up for SmackDown action.
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess, then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
You know, there's no... They made the tag, and here we go. Dodge that bullet. There is no doubt that Batista made a hell of an impact on Raw, Cole. But now that he doesn't have Triple H or Ric Flair watching his back, I think his days might be numbered.
Batista has taken the best that his former Evolution teammates have had to offer, and he's always come out on top. I don't think that's going to change. He anticipated that move perfectly.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match, when you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Nice quick counter.
I know that Johnny Nitro is an incredibly talented superstar, but it's almost impossible for me to get past that arrogant attitude of his.
Oh, come on, now that's a pretty unprofessional attitude, wouldn't you say, Michael? Nitro's got all the potential in the world, and even you, actually, gotta respect that.
I respect Nitro's potential, Taz. As far as I'm concerned, he needs some more experience before he's entitled to an ego like that. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out.
What a reversal!
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
I gotta tell you, Cole. Oh, man, this is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as... He's had enough. This could be it.
This is it. The last ride. Oh, God. You can just feel the impact from here. Ah! Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust, this guy might not have enough to kick out.
1, 2, 3.
Nitro's going for Benoit.
Looks like Batista's not having any of that.
I think he's trying to tell Benoit that he wasn't in on it.
There ain't no reasoning with the Rabbit Wolverine, Cole. Not in that ring.
He's got him locked in the crossface. 2 crossfaces in 2 weeks. With friends like Johnny Nitro, who needs enemies? Welcome to a sold-out SmackDown from San Antonio, Texas. Do we have an exciting show for you tonight?
Oh, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for the action to start. Just listen to these fans. Here's the pin. This could be it. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly.
These superstars are...
Oh, my! The submission hold is locked in!
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and SmackDown more than any other superstar. It almost looks to me like he might be choosing the path.
Submission hold locked in! Can they see a tap out right here?
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
The thing you got to remember about The Undertaker is that 50%, I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse. He's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
Watch it. He reversed it.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
Sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him.
He's had enough. This could be it.
This is it. The last ride. Oh, God. You can just feel the impact from here. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
Uh-oh. You know what's coming next, Cole.
Tombstone pile driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
He's going for the pin, Cole. I'll tell you what, right now, on the record, you look at a guy like Johnny Nitro, you might be looking at... He's going for the cover, Cole.
1, 2, 3.
Tempers are flaring here between the champion and the challenger.
You can say that again, and it's going to come to a head this Sunday. Whoa, wait a minute. What's Nitro doing?
Johnny Nitro's got the title belt.
Here it comes, Cole. I told you Nitro was going to make an impact.
Nitro hit Chris Benoit. Nitro hit the champion. I don't believe it.
I told you, Cole. I told you.
I can't believe it. Nitro actually was trying to help the contender all along. It was Chris Benoit he was trying to sabotage all this time.
Hey, champ. We sure showed Chris Benoit who's boss last Friday night on SmackDown, huh? If you do that at Survivor Series, you're the new World Heavyweight Champion. I wish I could be there to watch your back, but for some reason, Teddy Long says he's banning me from the arena. Anyway, give me a call back so we can discuss some strategy, okay? I've got a great plan that'll make the last few weeks look like child's play. Later.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King.
I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole. I'd love to see you or anyone else try to kick Regal out of this country, King. I think he'd wind up kicking you across the link in death.
The Undertaker's been in WWE for 13 years now, JR. And I think it's really starting to show here tonight.
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but the dead man looks as good tonight as when he first appeared in the WWE.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. Force of nature? More like freak of nature, if you ask me. The fact that Batista even considers himself a main eventer is ridiculous.
He's a world heavyweight champion, King. In my book, as long as you wear that time around your waist, you're the biggest thing in the business at that moment.
Come on, JR. Have you ever heard of a fluke champion? Batista got lucky. You don't get into the Hall of Fame for being lucky.
No, you don't. And you don't get there on a fluke. But Batista's the real deal. And that's why it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see him inducted after a long and distinguished career.
Chris Benoit thinks he's the toughest superstar in the WWE. But I think he's lying through his tooth.
Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick! He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
His opponent is helpless, and he's taking full advantage.
Wow, that's one of the biggest chest slaps I've ever seen, or heard. If he's able to dominate his opponent like this, JR, he's got this match half won.
A blow to the chest like that one can knock all the wind right out of a superstar.
You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is, but I think he's overrated. It takes more than black lights and some dry ice to impress me.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
A submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
I'm I'm so disgusted with Batista, JR. He could have stayed with Triple H and Ric Flair in Evolution and continued to ride the coattails.
And there he goes. The submission is locked in.
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here.
He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. I can't believe he countered that one. You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. Well, just because a bunch of people believe something, that doesn't make it right. It wouldn't be the first time the fans have backed the wrong horse, JR.
The United Kingdom's William Regal never fails to impress me with his toughness, his fire, and his resiliency. There aren't two like him in all of sports entertainment.
Oh, yeah. Regal's a real man, all right. Didn't we fight the Revolutionary War to kick the English out of America? It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted. He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR. Oh, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted.
Look at that. He's busted wide open. This is great.
I don't know what's so great about watching a human being brutalized like this.
Come on, JR. You know this isn't ballet.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on there.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get you.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost, but I don't think he's climbing up there for the view.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking? Oh, boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. Wow, listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest, and as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King.
Oh, man! That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
Oh, boy! These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
That submission in, JR, and this is a tough hole to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hole, it takes its toll on you.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves. That's what a submission hold. Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hole can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the deal.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
Oh, boy. This looks like an all-or-nothing move.
Boy, what a match.
Climbing up the turnbuckle. He can't do that, JR. That's his opponent's finishing move. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best band,
and the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now I'm just hoping I haven't lost Taz's phone number.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight.
He's got his opponent locked into submission, JR. This could be it.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh, no. This is classic old-school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around about your Social Security number was 1. So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right every now and then.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, if there's the submission, there might not be any way out of it.
There's going to be, but we're going to see a tap out right here.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King.
He's climbing the turnbuckle. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine getting beaten with your own finisher, JR? I think it's pretty obvious.
The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment.
I think this crowd has this.
He's going up. Wow. Stealing your opponent's finishing move definitely sends a message. Wow. There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one.
JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to get beat like the proverbial government mule.
I'm not playing favorites, King. It looks like he's taking his opponent for a ride, King.
And that's one ride you don't ever want to take. The last ride. Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have. And this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other.
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR. He's going up, JR. He just stole his opponent's finishing move. Talk about adding insult to injury, JR. Do you think this is going to be a back-and-forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean.
He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here. I don't think this match will continue much longer, King. I don't think there's too much left in the tank here.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these... Uh-oh! Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding! This will rearrange your anatomy. These superstars are in perfect shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
He's going out. I don't believe it. We might see a superstar get beat for their own finishing move here. This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way. think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. Speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time we stop wearing that crown out of sight. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the...
He did it. He did it. He beat the champion, Chris Benoit, in his own game. I never would have thought it after what we've witnessed the past few weeks, but we have a new World Heavyweight Champion here at Survivor Series.
And let's give credit where credit is due. Don't forget, the champ's got Johnny Nitro to thank.
If anything, you should probably thank our GM, Teddy Long, for banning Nitro from ringside tonight. Our new champion proved he was at his best when he left to his own devices. What a night for him.
Hey dude, it's Nitro again. I haven't heard back from you, so maybe you didn't get the last message or something. Listen, you've got to call me back so we can discuss your title match. I've put way too much time and energy into this thing for it to fall apart now. Plus, I've got 3 magazines fighting for the exclusive cover story about your championship. I'll have my cell phone on all day, except for my 5 o'clock teeth whitening treatment, of course. Hey, you know, you should really consider that. I know this guy who... Well, anyway, give me a call. We'll do lunch.